taking me hard soon.
Out of here.
My Betty not going to die.
Out of my sight. Out. Oh, poor child.
Uncle, Susanna Walcott's here from Dr. Griggs.
Oh? Let her come. Let her come.
Come in, Susanna.
What does the doctor say, child?
He bid me to come and tell you, Reverend Sir, that he cannot discover no medicine for it in his books.
Then he must search on.
I, sir, he have been searching since he left you, sir. But he bid me to tell you that you might look to unnatural things for the cause of it.
No. No, there'll be no unnatural causes here. You tell him I have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly, and Mr. Hale will surely confirm that. Let him look to medicine and put out all thought of unnatural causes here. There be none.
Aye, sir. He bid me to tell you.
Speak nothing of it in the village, Susanna.
Go directly home and speak nothing of unnatural causes.
Aye, sir. I pray for her.
Uncle, the rumor of witchcraft is all about. I think you'd best go down to the village and deny it yourself. The parlor's packed with people, sir. I'll sit with her.
And what shall I say to them? That my daughter and my niece I discovered dancing like heathen in the forest?
Uncle, we did dance. We'll let you tell them I confessed it, and I'll be whipped if I must be. But they're speaking of witchcraft. Betty's not witched, sir.
Abigail, I cannot go before the congregation when I know you have not opened with me. What did you do with her in the forest?
We did dance, and when you leaped out of the bush so suddenly, Betty took a fright and she fainted. And there's the whole of it.
Now look, you child, your punishment will come in its time. But if you are trafficking with spirits in the forest, I must know it now. For surely my enemies will, and they will ruin me with it.
But we never conjured spirits.
Then why could she not wake herself since midnight? It must come out. My enemies will bring it out. Abigail, do you understand that I have many enemies?
I have heard of it, Uncle.
There is a faction that is sworn to drive me from my pulpit. In the midst of such disruption, my own household is discovered to be the very center of some obscene practice. Abominations are done.
Sport, Uncle!
You call this sport? Abigail, you know something that may help the doctor, for God's sake, tell it to me. I saw Tituba waving her arms over the fire. Why was she doing that? I heard screeching and gibberish coming from her mouth.
She always sings her Barbados songs, and we dance.
I saw a dress lying on the ground.
A dress?
Aye, a dress. And I thought I saw someone naked running through the trees.
No one was naked. You mistake yourself, Uncle.
I saw it. Now tell me true, Abigail. My ministry's at stake, my ministry and perhaps your cousin's life. Whatever abomination you have done in the forest, give me all of it now, for I dare not be taken unaware when I go before them down there.
There's nothing more, I swear it.
Abigail, I have fought here 3 long years to win these stiff-necked people to me, and now just when some good respect is rising for me in the parish, you compromise my very character. I have given you a home, child. I have clothes on your back. Now give me an upright answer. Your name in the town, it is entirely white, is it not?
Why, I'm sure it is. There be no blush about my name.
Abigail, is there any other cause than what you have told me for being discharged from Goody Proctor's service? I have heard it says that she comes so rarely to the church this year, for she will not sit next to something soiled. What signifies that remark?
She hates me, and she must, for I will not be her slave. It is a bitter, lying woman, a cold, sniveling woman, and I will not work for such a woman.
She may be. And yet it troubles me that you are now 7 months out of their house. And in all this time no other family has called for your service.
They want slaves, not such as I. Let them send to Barbados for that. I will not black my face for them. Do you begrudge my bed, Uncle?
No, no.
My name is good in the village. I will not have it said my name is soiled. Goody Proctor is a gossiping liar.
No, I cannot have any. Why, Goody Putnam, come in.
It is a marvel. It is surely a stroke of hell upon you.
No, Goody Putnam, it is only that
How
she...
high did she fly? How high?
No, she never flew.
Why, it is sure she did. Mr. Collins saw her fly high over Ingersoll barn this morning, and land light as a bird, he sang.
Now look, you Goody Putnam, she never... Oh, good morning, Mr. Putnam.
It's Providence, the thing is out now. It's Providence.
What's out, sir? What's out?
Why? Her eyes is closed. Look you, Anne.
That's strange. Ours is open.
Your Ruth is sick.
I'd not call it sick. The devil's touch is heavier than sick. It's death, you know. It's death driving into them. Forked and hooked.
Oh, pray not. Why, how does Ruth ail?
She ails as she must. She never waked this morning, but her eyes are open. And she walks. She hears not, sees not, and cannot eat. Her soul is taken surely.
They say you have sent for Reverend Hale of Beverly.
A precaution only. He has much experience in all demonic arts, and I thought that he could...
He does. And found a witch in Beverly last year. Let you remember that.
Now, Goody Ann, they only thought that were a witch, and I'm certain there be no element of witchcraft here.
No witchcraft. Now look, Mr. Paris.
Thomas, I pray you, Thomas, leap not to witchcraft. I know that you least of all, Thomas, would ever wish such a disastrous charge laid upon me. They will howl me out of Salem for such corruption in my house.
Mr. Paris, I have taken your part in all contention here, and I would continue, but I cannot if you hold back in this. There are hurtful, vengeful spirits laying hands on these children.
But Thomas, you
Anne!
cannot.
Anne, tell Mr. Paris what you have done.
Reverend Paris, I have laid 7 babies unbaptized in the earth. You never saw more hearty babies born, and yet each would wither in my arms the very night of their birth. I have said nothing, but my heart has clamored intimation. And now my Ruth, my only, I see her turning strange. A secret child she has become, and withers like a sucking mouth were pulling on her life. So I thought to send her to your Tituba.
So Tituba, what may Tituba do?
Tituba knows how to speak to the dead.
Goody Ann, it is a formidable sin to conjure up the
I
dead.
take it on my soul, but who else may surely tell us who murdered my babies?
Woman!
They were murdered! And mark this proof. Last night, my Ruth were ever so close to their little spirits. How else is she struck dumb except some power of darkness will stop her mouth?
Don't you understand it, sir? There is a murderous witch among us, bound to keep herself in the dark. Now let your enemies make of it what they will. You cannot make it more.
Then you were conjuring spirits last night.
Not I, sir. Tituba and Ruth.
Oh, Abigail, what proper payment for my charity? Now I am undone.
No, you're not undone. Let you take hold here. Wait for no one to charge you. You have discovered witchcraft.
In my house? In my house, Thomas, they will topple me with this. They will make an exception.
Your pardons. I only thought to see how Betty is.
Why are you here? Who's with Ruth?
Her grandma come. She's improved a little, I think. She gave a powerful sneeze before.
There's a sign of life.
Now look you, Reverend Paris. Let you strike out against the devil and the village will bless you for it. Come down now. Speak to them. Pray with them. They are thirsting for your word, mister. Surely you'll pray with them.
I'll lead them in song, but let you say nothing of witchcraft yet. I will not discuss it, the cause is yet unknown. I have had enough contention here since I came. I want no more.
Mercy, you go home to Ruth. Do you hear?
I
If she stops for the window, cry for me at once.
I will, Uncle.
There is a terrible power in her arms today.
How is Ruth? It's weirdish. I know not. She seems to walk like a dead one since last night.
Betty. Betty, sit up now, Betty. Wake up.
Have you tried beating her? I gave Ruth a good one before. It waked her for a minute. Here, let me have it.
No! He'll be coming up. Listen. If they be questioning us, you tell them we danced. I told him as much already.
Aye, and what more?
He knows Tituba conjured Ruth's sisters to come out of the grave.
And what more?
He saw you naked.
What'll we do? The village is out. I just come from the farm. The whole town's talking witchcraft. Abby, they'll be calling us witches. She means to tell, I know it. Abby, we've got to tell. Witchery's a hanging air. A hanging like they done 2 years
Crucible in Boston. Abby, you must tell the truth. You'll only be whipped for dancing and the other things.
Oh, will be whipped.
See, I didn't do none of it. I only looked.
Well, you're a great one for looking, aren't you, Mary Warren? What a grand peeping courage you have. Betty. Betty, wake up now. Betty, it's Abigail. Wake up. I'll beat you, Betty. Ma, you seem improving. I talked to your papa and I told him everything, so there's nothing to be afraid of. What ails you, Betty? Your mama's dead and buried. I'll let me fly! Betty, he knows now. I told him everything. He knows everything we did, so there's nothing to be afraid of. You drank blood, Abby. You didn't tell him that. You never say that again. You will never. But you did. You did. You did. Now look, you, all of you. We danced. And Tituba conjured Ruth's dead sisters, and that is all. And mark this. Let either of you breathe a word about the other things. And I will come to you in the black of some terrible night, and I will bring a pointed reckoning that will shatter you. And you know I can do it. I saw Indians smash my dear parents' heads on the pillow next to mine. I can make you wish you had never seen the sun go down. Now you, sit up and stop this.
Abby, what's the matter? Get this into...
I say shut it, Mary Warren!
I'm just going home now, Mr. Pop.
Be you foolish, Mary Warren? Be you deaf? I forbid you to leave the house, did I not? Why shall I pay you? I'm looking for you more often than my cows.
I just come to see the great doings of the
I will show you great doing on your arse one of these days. Now get you home. My wife is waiting with your work.
I'd best be out. I have my wristwatch. Good morning, Miss Proctor.
I'd almost forgot how strong you are, John Proctor.
What's this mischief here?
Oh, she's only gone silly somehow.
Well, the road past my house is a pilgrimage to Salem all morning. The town's mumbling witchcraft.
Oh, gosh. We were dancing in the woods last night. My uncle leaped in on us, and she took a fright us all.
You're wicked yet, aren't you? You'll be clapped in the stocks before you're 20.
John, give me a word. A soft word.
No. No, Abigail, that's done with.
You come 5 miles to see a silly girl fly? I know you can.
I come to see what mischief your uncle's brewing now. So just put it out of your mind, Abby.
John, I'm waiting for you every night.
I never gave you any hope to wait for me, Abigail.
I should have something better than hope, I think.
Abby! Put it out of your mind. I'll not be coming back for you more.
You're surely sporting with me.
You know me better.
I know how you clutched my back behind your house and sweated like a stallion whenever I came near. Did I dream that? She put me out. You cannot pretend it were you. I saw your face when she put me out. You loved me then and you do now.
Abby, that's a wild thing to
A
say.
wild thing may say wild things. Not so wild. I've seen you, John. I've seen you nights.
I've hardly stepped off my farm this 7 month, Abigail.
I have a sense for heat, John. And yours has drawn me to my window, and I have seen you looking up, burning in your loneliness. So you tell me you've never looked up at my window?
I may have looked up.
You must. You're no wintry man. I know you, John. I know you. I cannot sleep for dreaming. I cannot dream, but I wake and I walk about the house, though I find you coming through some door.
Child.
How do you call me child?
Abigail! I may think of you softly from time to time, but I will cut off my hands before I ever reach for you again. Wipe is out of mind. We never touched.
I but we did.
But we did not.
Oh, I marvel how such a strong man may let such a sickly
You
woman.
will speak nothing of Elizabeth.
She's telling lies about me. She's blackening my name in the village. She's a cold, sniveling woman, and you bend to
Do
her.
you look for a woman?
I look for John Proctor that took me out of my sleep and put knowledge in my heart. I never knew what pretense Salem was. I never knew all the lying lessons I was taught by all these Christian women and their covenanted men. And now you bid me turn the light out of my eyes. I will not. I cannot. What have you done?
What do you make of it, Rebecca?
Good nurse, will you go to my Ruth and see if you can wake her?
I think she'll wake in time. Pray, calm yourselves. I've had 11 children and am 26 times a grandmother, and I've seen them all through their silly seasons. And when it comes upon them, they will run the devil bow-legged, keeping up on their mischief. I think she'll wake when she tires of it. A child's spirit is like a child. You cannot catch it by running after it. You must stand still, and for love, it will soon itself come back.
Aye, that's me the truth of it, Rebecca.
This is no silly season, Rebecca. My Ruth is bewildered. She cannot eat.
Perhaps she is not hungry yet. I hope you are not decided to go in search of loose spirits, Mr. Paris. I've heard promises of that outside.
A wide opinion's running in the parish that the devil may be among us, and I would satisfy them that they are wrong.
Then let you come out and call them wrong. Did you consult the wardens before you called this minister to look for devils?
He is not coming to look for devils.
Then what is he coming for?
There be children dying in the village.
I see none dying. This society will not be a bag for you to swing around your head, Mr. Putnam.
I've never heard you worried so on this society, Mr. Proctor. Besides, I don't think I saw you at Sabbath meetings in Snowdale.
I have trouble enough without I come 5 miles to hear him preach only hellfire and bloody damnation. Take it to heart, Mr. Paris. There are many others who stay home from church these days because you hardly mention God anymore.
There is either obedience or the church will burn like hell is burning.
Can you speak 1 minute without me landing in hell? I'm sick of hell.
It's not for you to say when it's going
I
to be.
will speak my heart. I
Pray you, someone take these.
Oh, Mr. Hale, it's good to see you again. My, they're heavy.
They must be. They are weighted with authority.
Well, you do be prepared.
It shall take hard study if it comes to tracking down the devil. My, I had not expected such distinguished company.
It does not seem to help us today, Mr. Hale. We look to you to come to our house and save our child.
Your child ails.
Her soul seems flown away.
She cannot eat. She cannot eat. Do you men have afflicted children as well?
No. These men are farmers. John Proctor here is.
I haven't spoken on which is one way or the other. I heard you to be a sensible man, Mr. Hale. I hope you leave some of it in safe.
Will you look to my daughter, sir? She has tried to leap out the window this morning. We discovered her by the high road, waving her arms as though she'd fly.
She tries to fly.
She cannot bear to hear the Lord's name, Mr. Hale. That is a notorious sign of witchcraft.
No, let me instruct you. We cannot look to superstition in this. The devil's marks are precise, as definite and as clear as stone itself. I shall not proceed unless you are prepared to believe me, should I find no bruise of hell upon her.
It is agreed, sir. It is agreed. We will abide by your judgment. What book is that, sir?
Here, all the invisible world stands caught, defined, and calculated. The devil is stripped of all his brute disguises. You will find your familiar spirits, your incubi and your succubi, your witches that travel by air, by land, and by sea, your wizards of the night and of the day. Have no fear now, for if the devil has come amongst us, I mean to find him. And if he has shown his face, I will crush him utterly.
Will it hurt the child, sir?
I cannot tell. If she is truly in the devil's grip, we may have to rip and tear to get her free.
Then I think I shall go. I am too old for this.
Why, Rebecca, we may open up the boil of all our troubles today.
Let us hope for that. I go to God for you, sir.
I hope you do not mean that we go to Satan here.
I wish I knew.
Now mark my words. If the devil is in her, you will witness some frightful wonders in this room. So please, keep your wits about you. Mr. Putnam, will you please come close in case she flies? Betty, dear, will you please try and sit up? Betty, My name is Reverend Hale. I am the minister of Beverly. Can you hear me, Betty? Do you remember my 2 little girls in Beverly?
How can it be the devil? Why would he choose my house to strike? We have all manner of licentious people in the village.
What victory would the devil have to win a soul already bad? It is the best that the devil wants. And who is better than the minister?
That is deep.
Betty. Answer Mr. Hale, Betty.
Betty, does someone afflict you, child? It need not be a man or a woman, but a beast of any sort. Does some invisible figure bid you fly, Betty? Betty, answer me. Abigail, what sort of dancing were you doing in the woods?
Why, common dancing is all.
I think I ought to say that I saw a kettle in the grass where they were
That
dancing.
girl was soup.
And what sort of soup were in this kettle?
Why, it were beans and lentils.
Mr. Paris, did you perhaps notice any living thing in this kettle? A bird, a mouse, a frog, perhaps?
I do believe there were some.
That jumped in, we never put it in.
What jumped in?
Why, a very little frog
A
jumped.
frog, Abby.
Abigail, it may be that your cousin has died. Did you summon the devil last night?
No, sir. Tituba. Tituba.
She called the devil.
I should like to speak with this Chichaba, Mr. Paris.
Goody Ann, will you bring her up?
How did she call him?
I know not. She spoke Barbados.
When she called him, did you notice a strange rushing sensation, a tremor beneath the earth?
I didn't see no devil. Betty. Betty, wake up, Betty.
Why are you evading me, Abigail? Did your cousin drink any of the brew in that kettle?
She never drank it.
Did you drink it?
No, sir.
Did Chichaba ask you to drink it?
She tried, but I refused.
Why are you concealing? Have you sold yourself to Lucifer?
I never sold myself. I'm a good girl. I'm a proper girl. She made me do it. And she made Betty do it. She makes me drink blood.
Blood?
My baby's blood.
Mama, chicken blood. I guess you chicken blood.
Woman, are you gathering souls for the devil?
No, sir. I don't talk to the devil.
Then why can she not wake? Are you silencing this child?
I love it, Betty.
Have you enlisted these children to the devil?
I don't talk to the devil.
You will confess yourself, or I will take you and bring you to your death, Tituba.
This woman must be hanged. She must be taken and hanged.
No, not my Tituba. I tell him I don't decide to work for him, sir.
The devil?
And you've seen him. Now, Chichaba, I know that when we bind ourselves to hell, it is very hard to break
Oh,
free.
Mr. Evans, I don't believe somebody has bewitching these children. I don't know, sir, but the devil got a new refuge.
Does he? Chichaba, look at me. Look at me. You would be a good Christian woman, would you not? Chichaba?
I'm a good Christian woman.
And you love these little children.
I don't decide to hurt little children.
And you love God, Chichaba.
I love God with all my being.
Then, to his name,
Bless him, bless him.
and in his glory,
Son of glory, bless him, bless
open
God.
yourself, Chichaba. Open yourself to God's glory. Let his light shine upon you.
Oh, bless the
When the
Lord.
devil comes, does he ever come with another person? Somebody from the village. Somebody you know.
Who came with him?
Was it Sarah Good? Did you ever see Sarah Good with him? Or Osborne?
Was it a man or a woman came with him?
Man or woman was woman.
You mean out of Salem? Salem witches?
I believe so, sir.
Chichaba, you must have no fear to tell us their names. The devil can never overcome a minister. You understand this, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir, I do.
You have confessed yourself to witchcraft. But this, it speaks of a desire to come back to heaven's side. And we will bless you, Chichaba.
Oh, God bless you, Mr. Ham.
You are God's instrument, put into our hands to cleanse this village of the devil's minions. So speak utterly, Chichaba, and let God protect you. Let his light shine upon you. When the devil comes, how many come with him? 2, 3? How many of them?
There was 4.
Oh, their names! Their names! Tell me.
He says, Mr. Paris was in jail. Mr. Paris no good man. Mr. Paris free man and no gentleman. And he will be right out of my bed and cut your throat. But I tell him no. I don't hate that man. I don't want to kill that man. He said, you work for me, Tituba.
Take courage, Chichuba. Look at this child. How can you bear to see her suffering? She is so innocent. She is so pure. The devil is a beast preying upon God's pure lamb. So open yourself, Chichuba. Open yourself to God's glory. Open yourself and let him shine upon you.
I want to open myself. I want the light of God. I want the sweet love of Jesus. I dance for the devil. I wrote his book. But I go back to God. I go back to Jesus. I saw Sarah Good with the devil. I saw Goody Osborne with the devil. I saw Bridget Bishop with the devil. I saw Kurt Jacobs with the devil. I saw Benny Howe with the devil. I saw Goody Hawkins with the devil. I saw Sarah Jessica with the devil. I saw Goody Spoon with the devil.
Jacob's heifer. How may that please you?
Aye, it would.
I mean to please you, Elizabeth.
I know it, John.
I think you're sad again. Are you?
You came so late I thought you'd gone to Salem this afternoon.
Why? What business do I have in Salem?
You didn't speak of going earlier this week.
I thought a bit better since.
Mary Warren's there today.
Why? Why did you let her? You heard me forbid her to go to
I could not stop her.
No. It is a fault. It is a fault, Elizabeth. You were the mistress of the house, not Mary.
She frightened all my strength away.
How may that mouse frighten you, Elizabeth?
It is a mouse no more. I forbid her to go, and she raises up her chin like the daughter of a prince and says to me, I must go to Salem, Goody Proctor. I am an official of the court.
Court? What court?
It is a proper court they have now. They've sent 4 judges out of Boston, she says, weighty magistrates of the general court, and at the head sits the deputy governor of the province.
Why, she's mad.
I wish to God she were. There be 14 people in the jail now, she says, and they'll be tried, and the court have the power to hang them.
No, the court will never hang.
The deputy governor promised hanging if they'll not confess, John. The whole town's gone wild, I think. She speak of Abigail, and I thought she were a saint to hear her. Abigail brings the other girls into the room, and where she walks the crowd parts like the sea for Israel. And the other folk are brought in, and if she screams and howls and falls to the floor, the person's clapped in jail for witching them.
But that's black mischief.
I think you must go to Salem, John. I think so. You must tell them it's abroad.
Aye, surely.
Let you go to Ezekiel Sheeper. He knows you well. And tell him what she said to you in her uncle's house. She said it had not to do with witchcraft, did she not?
Aye, she did.
I would go to Salem now, John. Let you go tonight.
I will think on it.
You cannot keep it.
I know I cannot keep it. I say I'll think on it.
Good, then let you think on it.
I'm only wondering how I may prove what she told me, Elizabeth. I mean, if the girl's a saint now, I think it not so easy to prove she's a fraud and the entire town gone silly. I mean, she told me in a room alone with her. I have no proof for it.
You were alone with her.
For a moment alone,
Why then it is not as you told
For a
me.
moment, I say. The others came in soon after.
Do as you wish then.
Woman! I will not have your suspicion anymore.
I have
No, I will not have it.
Then let you not earn it.
Do you doubt me yet?
John, if it were not Abigail you must go to her, would you falter now? I think not.
Now, look.
I see what I
No!
see.
I will have no more. I've forgotten about Abigail.
And I.
Spare me! You forget nothing and forgive nothing. Learn charity, woman. I've gone tiptoe in this house all 7 months since she is gone. I cannot speak what I am doubted. Every moment judged for lies, as though I walk into a courtroom whenever I come into this house.
I do not judge you. The magistrate sits in your heart that judges you. I never thought you but a good man, John. Only somewhat bewildered.
Oh, Elizabeth, your justice would freeze me. How do you go to Salem when I forbid it? Do you mock me? I will whip you if you leave this house again.
Pray, Mr. Proctor, I'm sick. My insides are all shuddery. I'm in the proceedings all day.
And what are the proceedings here? When will you proceed to keep this house? And my wife not wholly well?
I made a gift for you today, Goody Proctor. I had to sit long hours in a chair and pass the time with sewing.
Why, thank you. It's a fair puppet.
We must all love each other now, Goody Proctor.
Aye, indeed we must.
Is it true? There be 14 women arrested.
No, sir. There be 29.
Why, she's weeping. What ails you, child?
Goody Osborne will hang.
Hang! Hang, you say?
Hey, sir.
The deputy governor will allow this?
He sentenced her. He must. But not Farragut. For Farragut confessed, see?
Confessed. To what?
She sometimes made a pact with Lucifer. And wrote her name in his black book with her blood. And bound to torment Christians until God's thrown down and we must worship hell forevermore.
But surely you know what a jabber she is. Did you tell them that?
But then Judge Danforth would say, recite for us your 10 commandments. And of all the 10 commandments, she could not recite one. She knew no 10 commandments.
And so condemned her.
He must when she condemned
But
herself.
the proof! The proof!
I told you the proof. 'Tis hard proof. Hard as rock, the judges said.
You will not go to court again, Mary.
I must tell you, sir. I'll be gone every day. I am amazed you do not see what weighty work we
What
do.
work you do? It is strange work for a young Christian girl to hang old women.
But they will not hang if they confess, you see. Farragut will only sit in jail for some time. You must see it, sir. It's God's work we do. So I'll be gone every day now for some time. I'm an official of the court, they say
I
that.
will official you.
I will not stand a whipping anymore.
Promise me you'll stay at home.
But the devil's lives in Salem. We must discover where he's
I will
hiding.
whip the devil out of you!
I saved your life today!
I am accused.
Somewhat mentioned. But I said I never see no sign you ever sent your spirit out to hurt no one. And seeing I do live so closely with you, they dismissed it.
Who accused me?
I cannot tell it. I am bound by law.
Go to bed.
I'll not be ordered to bed no more. I'm a woman, 18, however single.
Then do you wish to sit up? Then sit up.
I wish to go to bed.
Then good night.
Night.
She wants me dead. I knew all week it would come to this.
No. I'll find Ezekiel Cheever and I'll tell him that she said her all
John,
straight.
with so many in the jail, more than Cheever's help is needed now, I think. Would you favor me with this? Go to Abigail.
Why? What do I have to say to Abigail?
John, grant me this. You have a faulty understanding of young girls. There is a promise made in any
What
event.
promise?
Spoke or silent, a promise is surely made. She may dote on it now. I am sure she does. And thinks to kill me than to take my place. It is her dearest hope, John, I know it. Why does she call mine? There be a certain danger in calling such a name. I am no goody good that sleeps in ditches, nor odds nor junk and half-witted. She dare not call out such a farmer's wife. There be monstrous profit in it. She thinks to take my place, John.
No. No, she cannot think it.
Then go and tell her she's a whore!
Fine. Fine, then I will.
Oh, how unwillingly!
I will burn her, hotter than the oldest cinder in hell. But begrudge me not my anger.
Your anger! I only
How do you charge me with such a promise? A promise the stallion gives a mare I gave that girl.
Why to anger with me then? I bid you break it!
Because it speaks deceit. And I am honest. But I will plead no more. I see your spirit twists around a single error of my life, and I will never tear it free.
You will tear it free when you come to know that I will be your only wife or no wife at all. She has an arrow in you yet, John Proctor, and you know it well.
Wrong! Charles, what's the matter?
They took my wife and my Rebecca.
Rebecca's in jail.
Aye, Sheaver come and take her in his wagon. We've only now come to the jail, and they'll not even let us see them. Reverend Hale, can you not speak to the deputy governor? I'm sure he mistakes these people.
How is Rebecca charged, Mr. Nurse?
For murder she's charged. For the marvelous and supernatural murder of Goody Putnam's babies. What am I to do, Mr. Hale?
Nurse, though our hearts break, we cannot flinch. There's misty plot to look. The devil is alive in Salem, and we dare not fail to follow where the accusing finger points.
How may such a woman murder children?
Man, remember that an hour before the devil fell, God thought him beautiful in heaven.
Good evening to you, Proctor. I hope you come not on business of the court.
I do, Proctor. I'm an official of the court now.
It's a pity, Ezekiel, an honest tailor, like Donahan, must burn in hell. He'll burn for this. Do you know it?
You know yourself. I must do as I am told. And I just leave you not be sending me to hell. I'd like not to sound you. Now believe me, Proctor. How heavy be the law, all its tonnage I do carry on my back tonight. I've given warrant for your wife's arrest. I've given 16 warrants tonight. She's one.
Who charged her?
Why, Abigail Williams charged.
On what proof?
Mr. Proctor, I have little time. The court bid me search your house, but I do not like to search a house. Would you please hand me any poppets your wife may keep?
Poppets.
I never kept no poppets, not since I were a girl.
Why, I spy a poppet, good Proctor.
Why, this is Mary's.
Would you please give it to me?
Has the court discovered evil in poppets now?
What signifies a poppet?
Now, will you please come with me?
No, she will not. Mary!
Mary Ward!
Mr. Sheaver, what signifies a poppet?
Well, they say that a poppet may signify that
What? What is this?
this. It's a needle. A needle.
And what signifies
Let
it?
this go hard with her, Proctor. I had my doubts, but here's calamity. The girl Abigail sat down to dinner at Reverend Parris's house tonight. Without word nor warning, she falls to the floor like a struck beast, and screamed a scream a bull would weep to hear. When Paris goes to save her, stuck 2 inches in the flesh of her belly. He draws out a needle. Abigail claimed it was her wife's familiar spirit who pushed it in.
Why, she done it herself. I hope you're not taking this as proof, Mr. Hale.
'Tis hard proof.
Here now. Mary, how did this poppet come into my house?
Why, I think
How did it come into my house?
I made it in court today, sir, and gave it to Goody Proctor tonight.
Mary Warren, a needle has been found in this poppet.
Why, I meant to harm by
You
it,
stuck it
sir.
in yourself?
I believe so, sir.
What say you now, sir?
Child, are you sure this be your natural memory? Does someone not conjure you even now to say it?
Conjures me? Why, no, sir. Ask Abby. Abby sat beside me when I made it.
Why, the girl is a murderer. She must be ripped out of this world.
You've heard that, sir. Ripped out of the world. You've heard it, Mr. Hale. Out with you. Proctor, you dare not touch the law. You've ripped the deputy governor's
Damn the deputy governor! Out of my house!
Proctor! Proctor!
Deputy governor! You are a broken minister.
Proctor, if she is innocent.
If she is innocent, she is innocent. Why do you never wonder if Abigail listens? Is the accuser always holy now? I will tell you what is walking sin. Vengeance is walking sin. The little children are jangling their keys to the kingdom, and common vengeance writes the law. This warrant is vengeance, and I will not give my wife to vengeance.
I'll go, John.
No, you will not.
I have 9 men outside. You cannot keep her. The law binds me, John. I cannot budge.
Will you see her taken?
Proctor, the court is...
Pilate! Pilate. God will not let you wash your hands of this.
John, I think I must go with them. When the children wake, speak nothing of witchcraft. It will frighten them.
Fear nothing, Elizabeth. I will come for you soon.
John, bring me soon.
I will fall like an ocean on that court. Fear nothing.
I will fear nothing. Tell the children I have gone to visit someone sick.
Now, Mr. Proctor.
Out of my sight.
I should pray that God opens our eyes.
John, tell me, are we lost?
Go home now, JIS. Francis will speak on this tomorrow.
Then you think on it. We'll come earlier, eh?
Mr. Proctor, very likely to let her come home once given the proper evidence.
You will come to court with me, Mary Ward. You will tell the court what you know.
I can't.
You will tell the court how that powder came into my house and who stuck the needle
I
in.
cannot charge murder on
Yes,
Abigail.
you can.
No,
You're
she'll
the
kill me
witch
for
leader.
saying that.
You can and you will.
She'll charge luxury on you.
She told you.
I have known it all along, sir. She'll ruin me with it. I know she will.
Good. Then her saintliness is done with.
I can't.
My wife will never die for me. I will bring your guts into your mouth. But that goodness will never die for me.
I can't.
Make your peace. Heaven and hell grapple on our backs, and all our own pretenses ripped away. Make your peace. We are what we always were. But make it now. I make it. And God's wind, God's icy wind will blow.
Now, Martha Corey, there is abundant evidence in our hands to prove that you have given yourself to the reading of fortune. Do you deny it?
I am innocent to a witch. I know not what a witch is.
Ah, but then how do you know that you are not a
If
witch?
I were, I would know it.
Why do you hurt these little children?
I do not hurt them, I scorn it.
I have evidence for court.
You will keep your seat.
You're mine.
Keep your seat.
wishes to speak to the Deputy Governor.
I thought you told me Mary Warren was sick in bed.
She worried on me. When I go to fetch her to court last week, she said she was sick.
Who is this?
John Proctor, sir. Elizabeth Proctor's my wife.
Beware this man, Your Excellency. This man is mischief. Your Excellency, I think you must hear
Now,
now.
Mary Warren, what would you tell us?
She never saw no spirits, sir.
Never saw no spirits.
Never? She signed a deposition.
No, I accept no depositions at this time. Now tell me straight, mister. Have you given out the story in the village?
We have not, sir.
They've come over to the
Mr.
court, sir.
Harris, I pray you. Now, Mr. Proctor, do you know that the entire contention of the state in these trials is that the voice of heaven is speaking through these children?
Aye, sir.
And you, Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout to cry out people for sending out their spirits against you? I cannot hear you.
It were pretense, sir.
Ah, and the other girls, Susanna Walcott and the others, they are also pretending.
Aye, sir.
Indeed.
Excellency, you surely cannot think to let so vile a lie be spread in open court.
Indeed not, but it strike hard upon me that ye dare come here with such a tale. Now, Mr. Proctor, before I decide whether I shall hear you or not, it is my duty to tell you this. We burn a hot fire here. It melts down all concealment.
Aye, sir, I know that.
Mr. Proctor, I know that in a wife's defense, a husband's tenderness may drive him to extravagance. Are you certain in your conscience, mister, that your evidence is the truth?
It is, sir. And you will surely know it.
And you thought to declare this revelation in the open court before the public?
Aye, sir, with your permission.
And what is your purpose in so doing?
I would free my wife, sir.
And there lurks nowhere in your heart, nor hidden in your spirit, any desire to undermine this court?
Why, no, sir.
Your Excellency,
Mr. Cheever,
I think it'd be evidence. When we come to take his wife, he damned the court and ripped your warrant.
Now you have it.
Mr. Hale, he did that?
Aye, he did, sir.
It were temper, sir. I knew not to have it.
Mr. Proctor, have you ever seen the devil
No,
in your
sir.
life? You are in all respects a gospel Christian.
Aye, sir.
Such a Christian that will not come to church but once in a month.
Not come to church?
I have no love for Mr. Paris, sir. It is no secret. But God, I'm sure will.
You plow on Sunday.
Plow on Sunday.
I think it'd be evidence, John. I'm an official of the court. I cannot keep it.
I have once or twice plowed on Sunday, sir. I have 3 children. And until last year, my land gave birth.
You'll find other Christians who come Sunday, if the truth be known.
Your Honor, I cannot think you would judge a man on such
Mr.
evidence.
Hale, I judge nothing. I tell you straight, mister, I have seen marvels in this court. I have seen people choked by spirits. I have seen them slashed with daggers. I have until this moment not the slightest reason to suspect that the children may be deceiving me. Do you understand my meaning, sir?
Excellency, does it not strike you that so many of these women have lived so long with such upright reputation?
Do you read the Gospel, Mr. Proctor?
Aye, I read the Gospel.
I think not, or surely you would know that Cain were an upright man, and yet he did kill Abel.
Aye, God tells us that. But who tells us that Rebecca Nurse murdered 7 babies by setting her spirit on them? It is the children only, and this one will swear that not.
Mr. Proctor, your wife sent me claims this morning in which she states that she is pregnant.
My wife is pregnant.
I thought it'd be my duty to tell you this and to tell you that I shall have her yet living another month. And if she shows natural signs of recovery, you shall have her yet living another year until she is delivered. Now, Mr. Proctor, you say your sole purpose is to save your wife. Good then, she is saved at least this year, and the year is long. Now, Mr. Proctor, will you drop this charge? Which way do you go?
I think I cannot.
Then your purpose is somewhat larger.
He's come to overthrow the court, Your Excellency.
sir. Their wives are also
Mr.
accused.
Proctor, I am ready to hear your evidence. I judge you not.
I come not to hurt the court, sir. I only wish for you to hear Mary Ward. Remember that until 2 weeks ago, she were no different than the children are today. You heard her scream. She howled, she swore for millions.
Aye, we know all this.
She swears now that she never saw no spirit, vague or clear, that Satan might have sent out to her. And she declares now that her friends are lying.
Your Excellency, I think this goes to the heart of the matter.
Mr. Hale! You surely do not doubt my justice.
I have this morning signed away the soul of Rebecca Nurse. I'll not hide it. My hand shakes as with the wound.
Mr. Hale, the children are the only witnesses that we have, and they certainly do testify.
Yes, Your Honor, but this one said they have not been truthful. And
that is exactly what I'm about to consider. What more would you ask of me unless you doubt my probity?
I surely do not. Let you consider it then.
I should like to
Mr.
question-
Harris, I beg you, be silent. Mr. Cheever, go and bring the children out. Mary Warren, how came you to this turnabout? Has Mr. Proctor threatened you?
No, sir.
Has Mr. Proctor ever threatened you?
No, sir.
Then you tell me that you sat in my court, callously lying when you knew that people would hang by your evidence. Answer me.
I did, sir.
Mary Warren, do you not know that God damns all liars? Or is it now that you lie?
No, sir. I am with God now.
You are with God now.
Aye, sir.
Mary Warren, you were either lying before or you are lying now. And in either case, you have committed perjury and you will go to jail for that. Do you not know that you cannot simply say you lied?
I cannot lie no more, sir. I am with God now. I am with God.
Sit you down, children. Your friend, Mary Warren here, claims that she never saw any familiar spirits, apparitions, nor any manifest of the devil. She claims that neither of you have seen these things either. Now, it does not escape me that Mary Warren may be here to blind us. She may well have been conquered by Satan, who has sent her here to distract us from our sacred purpose. If so, her little neck will break for it. But if not, children, I bid you now, drop your pretense and confess your guile, for a quick confession will go easier with all of you. Abigail Williams, rise. Is there any truth in this?
No, sir.
Children, a very augur bit will not be turned into your souls until your honesty is proven. Do any of you change your position, or do you force me to hard questioning?
I have not to change, sir. She lies.
And you, Mary Warren, you will still go on with this?
Aye, sir.
Very well. A puppet were discovered in Mr. Proctor's house. Mary Warren here claims that you sat beside her in court when she made it, and that you witnessed how she stuck in the needle for safekeeping. What say you to this?
It is a lie, sir.
While you worked for Mr. Proctor, did you ever discover any puppets in that house?
Goody Proctor always kept puppets.
My wife never kept no puppets, sir. Mary Warren confesses it was her puppet.
Why could there not have been puppets hid where no one ever saw them?
There might have been a dragon with 5 legs in my house, but no one ever saw that.
We are here, Your Honor, precisely because
Excellency, what benefit does this girl have to turn herself about now? What may Mary Warren gain with hard questioning and worse?
Mr. Proctor, you are charging Abigail Williams with marvelous fool plot to commit murder.
I believe she means murder, sir.
This child murdered your wife.
It is not a child. Abby, Mary told us I'm against.
Your Honor, since I came to
Mr. Paris, I pray you! What is this dancing?
Abigail led the girls into the forest, and there they danced, naked.
Your Honor, this is all...
Mr. Paris discovered them himself in the dead of night.
Mr. Paris?
Your Honor, when I first came from Beverly, Mr. Paris told me as much.
Mr. Paris, do you deny this?
I do not, sir. But I never saw any of them naked.
But you have seen them dancing.
Aye, sir. Excellency, will you permit me?
Pray, proceed.
You say you never saw no spirits, Mary, whenever threatened or afflicted by any manifest of the devil or the devil's agents?
No, sir.
And yet when those accused of witchcraft confronted you in court, you would faint, saying their spirits came out of their bodies and choked you.
I cannot hear you.
Pretense, sir.
But you did turn cold, did you not? I myself picked you up many times, and your skin were icy. Mr. Danforth,
I saw that many a times.
They're pretenders, sir. They're marvelous pretenders.
Then she can now.
Now?
why not? Now there are no spirits attacking her, for none in this room is accused of witchcraft. So let her turn herself cold now. Let her pretend that she is attacked now. Let her faint. Faint!
Faint?
Aye, faint. Prove to us how you pretended in court so many times.
You cannot faint now, sir.
You cannot pretend.
I have no
Why,
sense of
what
it
is
now.
lacking now?
I cannot tell
Could
you,
it be
sir.
that earlier we had some afflicted spirit loose and now we have none?
I never saw no spirits.
Then see no spirits now, and prove to us how you can faint by your own will as you claim.
I used to faint because I thought I saw spirits.
Thought you saw them.
But I did not, Your Honor.
How could you think you saw them unless you saw them?
I cannot tell how, but I did. I heard the other girls screaming, and you, Your Honor, you seemed to believe them, and I... We were only sport in the beginning, Your Honor, but then the whole world cried, spirits, spirits. And then I promised you, Mr. Danforth, I never saw no spirits.
Abigail, I beg you now, search your heart and tell me this. Is it possible, child, that the spirits that you have seen are really an illusion? Some
Why,
deception that may cross your
This is a
mind?
base question.
Child,
sir.
I would have
I
you
have been
consider
hurt,
it.
Mr. Danforth. I have seen my blood running out. I have been near to murder every day because I've done my duty pointing out the devil's people. And this is my reward? To be mistrusted?
Child, I do not
questioned?
mistrust
Let you beware, Mr. Danforth. Think you to be so mighty that the power of hell may not turn your wits? Beware of it. There's...
Child, what is it, child?
I know not. A wind, a cold wind has come. Abby, Your Honor, I freeze.
They're pretending, sir.
She is cold, Your Honor. Touch her.
Mary, do you send this shadow upon me?
Draw back your spirits out of them.
I freeze, Your Honor. Wind, Abby, don't do that.
Mary Warren, draw back your spirits!
No. Holy Father, take away this shadow.
What do you?
It is a whore!
You charge?
Mr. Danforth, he is lying.
Now mark her. She will start to scream this time.
This will not pass. You must prove this.
I've known her, sir. I've known her.
You are a lecture.
John,
you cannot
say
say
this. She will deny it. She will believe me, sir. I wish you had some evil in you that you might know me. A man will not cast away his good name. You surely know that.
In what place? In what time?
In the proper place, sir. Where my beasts are bedded. Some 8 months past, she used to serve me in my house, sir. A man may think God sleeps, but God sees everything. I know that now. I beg you, sir, see her for what she is. My wife, my dear wife, took this girl to after and put her under the high road for what she is. A lump of vanity, sir. Forgive me. Forgive me, Your Excellency, but she wishes to dance with me on my wife's grave. And she well as might, as I thought it was softly with God. God help me, there is a promise in such sweat. But it is a whore's vengeance, and you must see it. I set myself entirely in your hands, sir. My wife is innocent. Except she will abhor what she sees from you.
You deny every scrap and tittle of this.
If I must answer that, I will leave and I will not come back again.
She does not deny it.
You will remain where you are. Sit you down. Mr. Paris, go and bring Goodwife Proctor out.
Your Honor, this
Bring her out, and tell her not one word of what has been spoken. And we shall reach the bottom of this swamp. You say your wife is an honest woman.
Aye, sir. There are those that cannot sing and those that cannot feed. My wife cannot lie.
And she knew her for a harlot when she threw her out.
Aye, sir.
And if it were for harlotry, she says, may God spread his mercy on you. Now turn your back. Turn your back. Do likewise. Do likewise. And let neither of you turn to face Goody Proctor. No one in this courtroom shall raise a gesture, aye or nay. Come here, woman. You will look at me only, in my eyes only, not at your husband.
Good sir.
We have come to understand that at one time you dismissed your servant, Abigail Williams.
That is true, sir.
For what reason did you dismiss Abigail Williams? You will look at me only, woman. The answer is in your memory and you need no help to give it to me. Why did you dismiss Abigail Williams?
She dissatisfied me. And my husband.
In what way dissatisfied you? Was
She
she
was-
slovenly? Lazy?
Your Honor, in that time I were sick. And my husband is a good and righteous man. But my sickness, you see, sir, I were a long time sick after my last baby. And I thought I saw my husband somewhat turning away from me. And this girl,
Woman, don't look at me only.
I, sir, Abigail Williams,
What of Abigail Williams?
I came to think he fancied her. And so one night I lost my wits, I think, and put her out on the high road.
Your husband, did he indeed turn from you?
My husband is a good and righteous man, sir.
To your knowledge, has your husband, John Proctor, ever committed the crime of lechery? Woman, you will look at me! Is your husband a lecher? Answer me.
No, sir.
Remove her, Jeever.
Elizabeth,
Remove her!
I have confessed it!
John!
Oh, sir. Sir, she only thought to save my name.
Your Excellency, it is a natural lie to tell. I beg you call her back in before you condemn another honest man.
Nothing of
Let's
this.
begin. This man has
Lied!
By my oath to heaven, I believe him. This girl's always struck.
No! You will not! Be gone, I say!
Then what is it, Joe?
It's on the beam!
Where?
Why do you not yell?
I see Mr. Proctor!
They fail!
You see a messenger of the people!
You cannot walk away!
Mr. Davenport, they're
Get
coming!
me
Where
out!
are you
Stay
sending
Mary!
me?
Mary, the black horse change your shape!
No! You're the devil's man!
What did he bid you do when he came to him?
He comes to me every night and day to sign.
Sign what?
To sign
The devil's book? Come with a book?
my name. You want my name? I'll murder you, he says, if my wife pays. You must go and overthrow the court, he says.
Mr. Hale.
He comes to me, and his eyes are like coal, and his fingers on my neck, and
Your Excellency, this child has gone wild.
Mary.
No! I love God. I bless God. I go your way no more. Abby, I'm so sorry, Abby.
You are combined with the Antichrist, are you not? I have seen your power. You will not deny it.
Your Excellency, this is not witchcraft. These girls are frauds. You are condemning an honest
Mr.
man.
Hale, I will have nothing from you at this time. Mr. Proctor, will you confess yourself befouled with religion yet continue with this black allegiance? Which way do you go, Mr. Speak. I say God is dead!
Hear it. Hear it. A fire. A fire is burning, and I hear the boot of Lucifer. And I see his filthy face. And it is my face and yours stand forth. For then that quail to bring men out of ignorance as I have failed. And as you have quailed when you know in your black heart that this be fraud. God damns our kind especially. And we will burn. We will burn together.
Shiva, remove this man and take him to the jail.
I denounce these proceedings.
You are burning down the
I denounce these
Mr. Hill! Mr. Hill! Mr. Hill! Mr. Hill!
I'm going to Barbados. Soon as the devil gets here, the feathers and the wings. A pair of bluebirds winging sorcery. Oh, it be a grand transformation. Devil. Him be pleasure man in Barbados. Him be singing and dancing in Barbados. It is too cold round here for that poor boy. Freeze, he's all in Massachusetts. But in Barbados,
It is time for you to go to the North Cell now, Tishba. This place is wanted. Come.
I'm going home! Take me home, Devil! Take me home! Take me back to Barbados! Take me home!
Mr. Paris, be plain. What troubles you?
There is news, sir, that the court must reckon with. My niece, sir, Abigail, my niece, I believe she has vanished.
Vanished? How long is she gone?
This be the third night. You see, sir, she told me she would stay the night with Mercy Lewis, and the next day when she does not return, I send to Mr. Lewis to inquire. Mercy told him that she would stay at my house
They
for
are
a night.
both gone.
Yeah, sir, I think they may be aboard a ship. My daughter tells how she heard them speaking of ships last weekend tonight. I discovered my strong box is broken into.
She have robbed you.
31 pound is gone. I am penniless.
Mr. Paris, you are a brainless man.
Your Excellency, you must postpone these hangings for a time. I strive to their confessions, but they will not budge. You must pardon them.
Mr. Hale, you misunderstand. I cannot pardon these who are already hanged for the same crime. I will not receive a single pardon for plea or postponement. Them that will not confess will hang. I have spoken with them all, Mr. Hale.
I, Albert Proctor. He is in the dungeon.
His wife. His wife must be well on the trial now.
Aye, that she is, sir.
What think you, Mr. Paris? Might your presence soften him?
It is possible, sir. He cannot have laid eyes on her these past 3 months. I should summon her.
Mr. Cheever, go and fetch Goody Proctor, then let you bring him up.
Aye, sir. Your Excellency, if you're to publish to the town that you strive for their confessions, it would speak of mercy on your part and not faltering.
Mr. Hale, has God not empowered me like Joshua to stop the sun from rising? So I cannot withhold from them the perfection of their punishment.
If you think God wills you to raise rebellion, Mr. Danforth, you are mistaken.
You have heard rebellion spoken in the town?
Oh, Mr. Danforth. Orphans wander from house to house, and no man knows when the harlot strike will end his life. You wonder yet if rebellion is spoken.
You baffle me, sir. Why have you returned here?
Oh, I come to do the devil's work. I come to tell Christians to belie themselves. There is blood on my head, Mr. Danforth. Can you not see the blood on my head?
Louis Proctor, I hope you are hardy.
I am yet 6 months before my time.
Pray, be at your ease. We come not for your life. Mr. Hale, would you speak to the woman?
Goody Proctor, your husband is marked to hang this morning.
I have heard it.
You know that I have no influence in this court. I come of my own accord. I would save his life. For if it was taken, I would count myself as murderer. Do you understand me?
Let me speak to him, Excellency.
Will you plead for his confession or will you not?
I promise nothing. Let me speak to him.
Pray, your Excellency, leave them.
Mr. Proctor, I trust that you have been informed. I see a light in the sky, mister. Let you counsel with your wife, and may God help you turn your back on hell.
The child?
It grows.
Is there no word of the boys?
They're well. Rebecca Samuel keeps them.
You are remarkable, Miss.
You've been tortured.
Aye. They come for my life now.
I know it.
Have none yet confessed?
There be many confess.
Rebecca?
Not Rebecca. She is 1 foot in heaven now, not Mayford more.
And Giles?
You have not heard of it?
I hear nothing where I'm kept.
Giles is dead.
When were he hanged?
he were not hanged, he would not answer irony to his indictment, and so great stones they lay upon his chest until he pled irony. They say he gave them but 2 words, more weight, he says, and died.
More weight.
Aye, it were a fearsome man, Giles Corey.
I'm thinking I would confess to Elizabeth. What say you if I give him that?
I cannot judge you.
It is a pretense, Elizabeth.
What is?
I cannot mount the gibbet like a saint. I am not that man. My honesty is broke. I am no good man. Nothing is spoiled if I give them this lie that were wrought so long ago. I would have your forgiveness.
It is not for me to give, John. John, it would come to naught that I should forgive you if you will not forgive yourself. Only be sure of this, for I know it now. Whatever you do, it is a good man does it. I have read my heart this 3 months, John. I have sins of my own to count. It needs a cold wife to prompt lechery.
No! I will not hear it!
You take
I
my
know
sins
you!
upon you,
No! I take my own. I take my own.
I never knew how I should say my love.
Mr. Proctor, the sun is soon up. Will you confess yourself?
Do what you will. Let none be your judge. There be no higher judge under heaven than Proctor is. Forgive me. I never knew such goodness in this world.
I want my life.
You will confess?
I will have my life.
You will confess. Proctor, you will confess. Praise to God, man. Praise to God. You will confess.
You shall be blessed in heaven for this.
Now then, Mr. Proctor, let us have it. Mr. Cheever, are you ready?
Aye, sir. Why must it be written?
Why, for the good instruction of the village, mister.
Now, Mr. Proctor, will you speak slowly and directly to the point for Mr. Cheever's sake? Have you ever seen the devil in your life? Mr. Proctor, the sun is soon up. The town waits the news. I would give it out. Have you ever seen the devil in your life?
Yes. Yes, I have.
Praise God.
And when he come to you, what were his demand? Did he bid you do his work upon the earth?
Aye, he did.
And you bound yourself to his service. Ah, come in, woman, come in.
Oh, John, you are well then, eh?
Courage, man, courage. Now let your weakness your good example, so she herself may come to God. Goody nurse, hear it. Mr. Proctor, stay on. Did you bind yourself to his service?
Why, John,
I did.
John, God sent his mercy on you.
Goody nurse, will you confess yourself?
Why, it is a lie. How may I damn myself?
Now, Mr. Proctor, in the devil's company, did you ever see Goody nurse?
No.
Did you ever see her sister, Mary Easty, with the devil?
No.
Mr. Proctor, did you ever see Martha Corey with the devil?
No, I did not.
Mr. Proctor, you misunderstand. I am not empowered to trade your life for a lie. You most certainly have seen some woman with the devil. Mr. Proctor, as 4 people have already testified that they saw the woman with the devil.
Then it is proved. Why must I say it?
Mr. Proctor, you mistake your duty here. She is convicted of the unnatural murder of children, and you for sending out your spirit against Mary Warren. Your soul alone is at issue here. Will you tell me what persons conspired with you in the devil's company?
I speak my own sins. I cannot speak in others. I have no tongue for it.
Your Excellency, it is not that he confess. Let him sign.
It is a great service, sir. It is a weighty name. It will strike the village that Proctor confesses. I beg you, let him sign it. The sun is up, Excellency.
Come then, sign it. You will not sign it. Do you sport with me, Mr. Proctor? If you do not sign it, there is no confession. Which way do you go? If you will.
No. You have all seen it. I have confessed. You have no need for this.
Proctor, the village must
Damn the
have
village! I confess to God. God has seen my sin.
Mr. Proctor, I must have good.
You came here to save my soul.
Mr. Proctor, it is not enough.
It is no good penance but
Mr.
to public.
Proctor, I must have good and
You are the High Court. Your word is good enough.
It is the same then, is it not? If I report it or you sign it.
No. No, it's not.
Why do you deny this?
I mean to deny nothing.
Then explain to me, Mr. Why would you not?
Because it is my name! Because I will not have another in my life. Because I lied and signed myself to lies. Because I am not worth the dust on the feet of those that hang. What am I without my name? I have given you my soul. Leave me my name,
Mr. Proctor, I must have good and legal proof that you have confessed, or I cannot keep you from the rope. If that confession is a lie, I will not accept it. Which way do you go, mister? Then hang. Man, you cannot.
I can! And that's your first marvel that I can. For you have done your magic now. For I think I see some shred of goodness in John Proctor. Not enough to weave a banner with, but white enough to keep it from such dogs. Give them no tears. Tears flooded them. That was going on. Everything knew it.
Let you fear nothing. Another judgment waits us all.
Hang them high over the town. Who weeps for these? Weeps for corruption.
Come on.
Go to him, Goody Proctor. There is yet time. Go to him. Proctor! Proctor!
Go to him, Goody Proctor. Is it pride? Is it vanity? Go to him. Take your shame away.
He hath his goodness now. God forbid I take it from him.
Thank you.